Why the scale isn't moving, even though you're doing everything right. As you can see, we are clocked in and locked in alongside zero average performance. Okay, so the first thing you want to do when you are experiencing this situation, start tracking. I want you to start tracking, not necessarily your calories, because at some point you advance past it. I want you to start writing down your meals. Get a notebook, write down your meals, and once you finish that meal, write down how much you finished of it. Just the normal way you eat. We are creatures of habit. We tend to eat the same way all the time. Just start writing down what you ate and how much of it you ate. Okay? It's going to work out in your favor. So, if you've been eating the same, you've been in your quote unquote deficit because you're trying to lose weight, eventually your body catches up and it does become maintenance. And this also goes along with gaining weight. So if you've been eating a little bit more calories and you've been gaining the weight, and at some point it's at a standstill and it's going up and down, up and down, up and down, I'm going to let you know that is normal. You have now reached your maintenance. You have not reached it. So you got to start tracking that. You got to start looking, okay, I've been eating this much. What do I have to do? After that month is over, you have reviewed that. The next month, I want you to do, if you are trying to gain weight, start eating a little bit more. Start eating a little bit more. It's going to go a long way. Keep working out the same. Now, if you're trying to lose weight, start eating a little bit less. And then you're going to see the scale going to the right direction. It's going to go into the direction you're looking for. But if you are not tracking, if you're just stuck on the calorie part of, I got to eat this many calories, you're not going to know. You're going to still think that, okay, the calories amount is not true. And then you're going to start doing all these crazy diets, these crazy things. It's going to throw off your metabolism and start affecting you in ways that you did not want, when all you had to do was just realize how much you was eating. Tracking is a big part of the gym. It's a big part of it. It's a big part. We got to know what we're doing, because you can only know where you want to go by seeing where you are now. So with that journaling advice, man, it changes everything. Because I've been there too. I'm still there, I'm not at the goal I want to be at, and that's where we go. On the second end of this advice, I want you to clap it up right now. Clap it up right now. You have now achieved a better physique that you did have. Because once you start getting stuck and plateaued, that means you're at another level now. You're at another level. And I want you to start taking pictures of your progress. If you are not taking pictures of your progress, that is going to hinder you, because you're not going to know where you are. Because when the scale is doing flopping up and down, or it just gets to a stalemate, sometimes your body fat is playing a role in it. So you might be thinking, well, I'm trying to lose weight. The scale has gone up, quote unquote, 3 pounds. But if you're not taking your pictures and looking at how the way you look at that same weight, you may be leaner at that new weight than you were previously. Because that's how the way your body fat works. The scale does not tell the entire picture. That's why it's better just take those progress photos. Always take your progress photos. Always. It's going to give you the motivation you're going to need to keep going and keep striving on a daily basis. Take them daily. When you wake up, on the wake up, you say, no, you know what? Go use the restroom. I advise people to use the restroom before they take their progress pictures, because sometimes you may be overhydrated, or you haven't released yet. So before you do it, go ahead, use the restroom first, get rid of that waste, then take your photos. That goes for even stepping on the scale too. So once you take those photos And when months or years pass by, you better go back. Like, I be flipping through my photos like, wow. Like when I start getting like, dang, the quote unquote scale not going in my direction, like let me go look. I'm like, wow, even at this weight a couple years ago, I'm more leaner now. My face is more leaner than I was at this weight because I had more body fat. So you start losing weight, your body fat is going to change at those same weight numbers that you were at previously. So gaining weight is a little bit different. Putting on muscle is a little bit different because you're getting to numbers that you weren't at. But with you gaining that weight and gaining that muscle, even if it certain inches you go up and then drop down like a quote unquote 3 pounds on the scale, just refer back to another picture that you were when you was at that size, and I promise you're gonna look different. Especially if you've been putting in the work. This going to only work if you've been putting in the work. It's not gonna work if you've been BSing. Now, if you've been playing around and stuff like that, it's not gonna work. I'm just talking about when you get to that plateau. When you get to that plateau, that's just happening. I mean, your body is gonna do that. It's natural. It's a natural response. Just don't get so down on yourself. Look at it like this. Are you going to continue to work out to whatever end of life that you get to? If that's a yes, what you rushing for? What you rushing for? You're putting in the work, you're doing what you're supposed to do. You just got to make a little tweak. It's going to take some more time. And even when you get to this certain goal, now you got to maintain it. And maintaining it is even harder. So start, when you're looking at your progress photos and you've been tracking by writing everything down, when you start maintaining, you got to do more tracking and taking even more progress photos. Because you got to be able to, your mind adapts. Your mind going to adapt either way. Because even when you start looking in the mirror, at some point you're going to get so used to it. So that's why it's best to just take those pictures. It's just best. And be like, ooh, the video like, ooh, I do look, I do look, wow. You might think you look one way. And then took this picture, took this video, but like, way different. Way different. Because we are so hard on ourselves. We are way harder on ourselves than we think the world is on us. We have to stop judging ourselves. We're doing something that is benefiting. Stop getting out the whole vainglory of it. Get out the vainglory of it. Look at it like this is health. This is a healthy lifestyle. This is a health choice. I'm getting better. I'm getting better every day I go attack this goal. I recognize that some days are going to be harder than others, and sometimes I retract back. You're going to do that. But as long as you get back on the course and start doing these two separate things, you're going to be able to bounce back faster than you would. Now, if you start loathing and feeling bad about yourself, you might put yourself back way farther than you should have. And now you got to play catch up again. We ain't trying to play catch up, G. We just going to reassess, readjust, look at ourselves and say, good job. Pat myself on the back. When you get to that plateau, when the scale ain't moving, pat yourself on the back. You just made it to another level. All right, guys. That's all I got for y'all today. Shalom.